Well, hello there, Hillary.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Fine. I'm feeling about as good as this flyaway.
Oh no,
I'm just feeling a little out of control.
it happens.
My voice is a little hoarse. It's bugging me. We've joined the axis of evil. Democracy's on fire. Things are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that Germany would be the leader of the next world war? The uh, the Allies.
Right? No. I mean, it's their turn.
Oh,
Way to step up to the plate.
who strikes against them? So maybe number three will be the
Third time's the charm.
third times of the charm.
All's fair in love and war, unless you're Germany and you have to step up.
It, yeah. If you can't laugh, now look at my hair. That's not nice, Jenny.
I'm sorry. Did my flyaway want I've put so much product on this. I've gotten it wet. I've held it down. It just really wants to Sunday. Look, it's like glowing. I'm just going to let it be free.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Whatever. Everything's fine.
I'm crazy now, but it was fine before. Thank you.
I can't really see it. It's kind of blending with the wall.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's okay.
So today is Sunday, March 2nd. If you're listening, it is on or after Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. This is season 7, episode 9.
And you're listening to Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts with the Garden Tart.
Yay. Thank you for listening, as always.
For sure. Last week, Hillary peppered me with 20 questions. So I'm going to pepper her with 20 of my own.
I'm nervous because some of those questions were hard. I don't know how you answered them.
I don't even remember half of them. So some of these may be the same, some may not. And I wrote them down real quick from suggestions from the internet.
That's what I did.
So I got that idea from you. So I'm not even sure if they're good.
Okay.
But I've had them ready for hours.
It's amazing.
No, they're good. They're good.
I think I came up with your questions about 15 minutes after we were supposed to start recording.
I love that. Do you have a drink this evening?
I have my Perscato.
Ooh, again.
Delicious.
I have just a little bit of Screwball in my Garden Tarts.
I gave away my bottle of Screwball today.
For a good cause.
It was some guy walking down. No, I'm kidding. It was my sister-in-law's mother who really likes it. And she doesn't have it around her. So I sent her my bottle.
That was nice of you.
So I really, really have to go replenish.
Yeah. Well, should we just get right into this? Don't be nervous.
I can do it. I gave us a toast last night, and I thought about it for like a week or so, and I'm like, I'm gonna write a Bono type toast, and I'm like, it'll come to me. Like, I don't need to prepare for this. It'll come to me.
It's one of your superpowers usually.
Yeah, it did not. It was just fine, but I was like, oh damn it, Bono. Like, usually I can turn it into something.
It just flows.
And this was just like, well, no, it's fine.
No one needs to know.
No. It wasn't my first rodeo, so.
This is true. Okay. Well, this is your first rodeo at 20 unknown questions.
Okay.
We'll start off a little easy. What is your favorite TV show and or movie?
Ever?
You get to define what that means.
My favorite movie ever is Almost Famous. My favorite movie this year, or I've seen in the past year, is the Bob Dylan movie. I love that movie a lot.
What about a favorite TV show, TV series?
Right now, my favorite TV series is Paradise. Of all time, it's probably a toss-up between Friends and How I Met Your Mother.
I had a feeling Friends would be in there.
Yeah. I'm not like I feel like that's almost like not even a choice. It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
I whenever I'm like I need something to make me laugh.
Those are your go-tos.
Yeah. But let me just add this.
Okay.
I needed something last night to make me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking on Netflix and I found this stand-up by John Mulaney called Baby J.
Oh, I've seen it.
My God, it's so great.
I love him. I just love his delivery so much.
Yeah, it had me legit laughing, which I needed.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
good. I'm glad. Okay. Number 2. What's your dream job?
My dream job when I was a kid was writing for Rolling Stone magazine. And I think my dream job now, well, prior to this election, it would have been writing for a late night show.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, absolutely for you. Yeah.
right now, my dreams are kind of dead, so I don't know.
That's that sucks.
I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. That's been my problem since I was a kid. So
Yeah.
I
You
don't know.
want to get a job writing YouTube set lists.
Oh, I would like to do that. I'll write anything YouTube wants me to write for them.
Yeah. That works.
Yeah, limericks, whatever. I got it.
Taken care of. Apples or oranges, cats or dogs.
I would say oranges and cats, but I do really like an apple, especially before I go to bed. If I'm a little hungry, an apple is like the perfect snack.
I love that for you.
Yeah, but if I have to pick one or the other, and it's during the day, I pick an orange. And
Yeah.
cats.
Oh, cats all the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Superpower. I don't know. I think flying would be fun. Yeah. Controlling where you fly, or I don't know. I wouldn't want to read people's minds.
Oh, no.
No, I wouldn't like that. Guess flying.
Okay. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
What do you think? I'm a night owl.
You're not a morning person.
I'm not a morning person. I've never, ever, ever been a morning person.
Mm-mm. At all.
No. I'm better about it now than I ever used to be. But I also I make I get in bed earlier too. So, but no,
Yeah.
my prime time is like 1 a.m.
Yeah. So that said, what is your nighttime routine?
Okay, I take my medicines. I take off my makeup. I do my face skincare routine, which I hadn't done in years, and I've been doing it, and I like my skin a whole lot better now. I get in bed in my PJs, and I put something on my iPad to watch, and take my vitamins and supplements. And then I look at my phone for too long. And then I'm like, turn off the phone and go to bed. Procrastinate falling asleep. So that's my bedtime.
Sounds solid.
But I really like my skincare thing is relaxing, and
I love that for you.
thank you.
Good to have relaxing time. Okay. Or number 7. Your favorite coffee shop order. Like your go-to.
Well, traditionally it would be a pistachio latte, iced from Starbucks, usually with oat milk. And then to counter not having dairy, I would of course get a ham and cheese croissant. Like not the like sandwich kind, but the rolled up.
Yeah. Those are delicious there. Yeah.
But lately, I've been going to a different coffee shop, a local run coffee shop, and I get Delango. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Okay. What's that?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Dalgona coffee.
Okay.
That's totally wrong. It's also known as whipped coffee. It's a frothy iced coffee drink made by whipping equal parts of instant coffee, sugar, and hot water
Oh,
until it becomes creamy, and then adding it to cold or hot milk. Occasionally, it's topped with coffee powder, cocoa, crumbled biscuits, or honey. That's not even remotely close to what I order.
huh.
Um,
Is this from your new coffee shop?
yeah, but it's really good, and it is frothy. It's got like it. I don't get any sugar flavoring or anything in it.
Yeah.
But it's just really, really good.
Yeah. I'll have to come try it.
Yeah.
Okay. Same idea. What is your go-to bar order? Like there's no menu at the bar and you got to order a drink.
Oh, the drink that I would order? That's probably Prosecco or cider.
Yeah.
But it just depends on where I'm going. Everywhere is going to be a little different. But yes, Prosecco is usually my go-to, or Cava.
Yeah, like you're in a weird place, you don't know what's going on. Prosecco. Yeah. Cool. If you could have, this is, the one that everyone gets. If you could have dinner with anyone in history, who would it be? That's not Bono.
That's not Bono.
Because that's just assumed.
Yeah, it's Bono. I think I have to steal your response and say Kamala Harris.
Let's go together.
Yeah, because right now,
yeah,
that's what I'd like to have dinner with. I also would like to have dinner with Barack Obama. Drinks. I bet I could drink under the table.
I bet you could.
I don't actually think that.
I mean, maybe, I would guess now that he's out of office, you can't.
But I'd give it a shot. I'd give it a whirl.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I'm sure that there are plenty of other people in history, but that's legit my choice right now.
Oh, yeah. I get it. Yeah. Well, and there's also something about, being a woman who is in this timeline. Like, yeah, for sure. Okay. This one is going to be either easy or hard. I don't know. But what is your favorite U2 experience?
So, I think that I'd have to also take your answer and say my birthday in Dublin.
Because it was the best.
It was, and I've definitely had more, adventures face to face.
Right.
More intimate adventures, but that's one of those things where how often in your life, and I say this all the time, do you get to say, I am where I want to be with who I want to be with, doing what I want to be doing.
So, I know you say that about that, but that gives me chills. I love that.
So I guess that's it. And I mean, I have, plenty of other, crazy adventures, fun conversations with Bono or whoever, but that's it.
I was going to guess that.
Yeah.
That was going to be my guess.
And I have to say though that, and this is kind of cute, but my mom, her 80th birthday was a couple days ago, and I posted, happy birthday to my mom. And one of the people who replied to my post was Orion, previously of Third Eye Blind. And I said to my mom, that's who this guy is. And she's like, oh my God, a rock star wished me happy birthday. And I'm like,
hold my beer.
Because I got a video. That's way better.
Way
respect to Orion. He's wonderful. And I mean,
we love him.
Always, if he wishes me a happy birthday, I'm always honored. But this circumstance was a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. That was definitely once in a lifetime kind of situation.
I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm gonna, because
it's worth it. Yeah. And then you sent me the video, and I hadn't watched that in forever. I think I watched that every night for a year.
Yeah. I hadn't watched that video in I had to dig deep for it. And then when I found it, I watched it 500 times, and I just had this smile that I just could not get rid of.
It's even better now than it was then.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay. We're halfway there.
Okay.
And down 10 to go. What is something that's on your bucket list?
Two, there are a lot of things, but two of the big ones that have been there for a long time are visiting Memphis and seeing a show at Red Rocks. So I've done neither of those things. I want to go to Graceland and
I've never been to Memphis either.
yeah.
I have seen a show at Red Rocks, but I will gladly go back with you.
Yeah, I would. Those have been on my bucket list for like 30 some years.
Can't believe we've never been to Graceland.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Well, weird.
Yeah.
We should make a road trip or a full fly. We should make it.
I'm driving to Memphis.
Isn't that a song?
It's walking to Memphis.
Oh, walking. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Number 12. Do you think dreams have hidden meaning?
You know, I never used to think so. Because I have just wild, ridiculous dreams that generally make no sense at all.
Yeah.
But lately I've had pretty regular dreams that have been like, you know, people in my life that have passed away.
Interesting.
It's very present in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, like it feels so real. That I don't think that's, I think that means something.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it means, you know, I don't think it means someone's trying to contact me. I just think it's a way of like my brain, you know, holding these cherishing these memories.
Yeah.
And keeping these people alive in my head and my heart.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Good
you.
answer.
Thank you.
I'll give you an A+ for that one.
I mean, I have, you know,
I've not been grading you.
The what?
I've not been grading your answer.
Thank you. Pass fail. Dreams, you know, of weird stuff happening with the band, but I do think they mean something because they're usually very frustrating. And as fans like us know, the band is very frustrating.
Yeah, when it comes to
everything.
And especially like waiting in this and waiting. Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've been doing since 2017 is we've just been in a long queue.
We've been in a queue forever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Number 13. Were Ross and Rachel really on a break?
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think they were on a break.
Yeah. Kind of feel I actually don't think there's a question about it.
No.
The internet posed it. So I wondered if you had a different opinion about it.
No, I think they were on a break.
Okay.
I think it's pretty I think that's pretty cut and dry at this point. 30 years later.
Wondered if I missed something.
No.
Okay, number 14. What is a favorite family tradition?
Jeopardy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And I mean, it's pretty ferocious around here. Like, you gotta be on top of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all watch it, and then
I'd be scared to watch Jeopardy in your house.
You do fine.
I would just remain quiet.
And I do, like, people that have come over to watch with us, like, there are rules. You can't talk between questions. You can't look at your phone. Except I look at my phone now. I don't know why, but I still get the answers right. I'm not like cheating. I'm like looking on Instagram.
Right.
'Cause I have to have, 3 modes of entertainment going on at any time.
God forbid your brain be focused on one thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us something surprising about you.
Okay. Well, I have really little thumbs.
You do.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but my thumbs are like
And you're, yeah.
itty bitty thumbs. Okay, when I was a year old, I got tested for tuberculosis and I had it. I had latent tuberculosis. And my parents, I mean, they, I was the first kid and they had some fertility problems and everything. So I was just like, like, and they were quite rattled. And everyone in my family,
Mhm.
uncles, cousins, everyone had to go to the health department and get tested. And I think it was my grandmother and a great aunt, and then my grandfather, who all came over in steerage on ships from Europe.
Yeah.
And tuberculosis was just rampant. And so no one else, my parent, but for some reason, I've been exposed to it. And it's latent, so I didn't have any symptoms or anything, but apparently it doesn't go away. So I still
What made them? Was it just a regular test?
apparently everybody gets that test. It's like a time test, I think. And so I can't have one of those. But I've never had any. Like, I know people that have had to go get jobs, and they have to get like a tuberculosis test before they go to their job. But I've never been in that situation before.
No.
So I don't know what I would do. I guess I'd have to go to a doctor to get me exempt from.
Get a doctor's note.
Yeah, because I'd have like a reaction to it or something.
Right.
I don't know. This is what I've been told. I don't remember. I was a year old.
Okay. I hope you don't remember.
This is an interesting twist to that, though. So I had to take medicine every single day for a year. And it was disgusting, apparently. I mean, I don't remember. But my mom would put it in my food. She would do everything she could to get me to take the medicine. And I kind of stopped eating normal food. When I was 2, I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating all these things that I ate before. And I've kind of never...
I was going to say, you
revisited that.
Yeah.
I don't...
I stuck with that.
Yeah, my diet has vastly improved since I was.
I'm not saying you eat like a 2-year-old.
But for a really long time, I think the first time I went anywhere and felt like I wasn't eating like a 2-year-old was when we went to Dublin with Garden Tart Amanda.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just like, I'm in fancy restaurants. I gotta eat some fancy food.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That was like the first time I'm like,
you weren't a real adult.
Oh, I was 30. Yeah. I was not quite, but I was almost 30. I mean, that trip was my 30th birthday present.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to like cheese. And now it's like, I need to eat, like, cheese is the best thing ever.
Remember that ad campaign, Behold the Power of Cheese?
Yeah.
My mom used to save those because she'd rip them out of the magazines and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. We got 5 more to go.
Okay. I can do it.
What makes you feel better on a bad day?
Well, talking to my friends, and most specifically you and Garden Tart Amanda and my friend Kelly and Lauren and friends. But also I've gotten really good at like finding stuff to watch that just kind of takes me away from and again, a lot of times it's Friends and How I Met Your Mother.
Your Mother.
Right. And 30 Rock. But I know if I'm watching those, I'm not thinking of bad things. I'm just laughing.
Okay, number 17. What's the best compliment you've ever been given?
This is interesting because I was asked this question last night.
And you asked me this question last week.
Did I? Okay. I don't remember the questions I asked you, but I don't know why I was asked this question last night and it felt very new to me.
Okay.
2 different times, and one is recent. I've been hanging out with a friend of mine from high school. He recently moved back to my city from living far away for a while. And I don't know, we've been hanging out a lot and going to different restaurants. And was somewhere with him and I said, this is, it's not always this fun here. And he said, you bring the fun. Oh my God. That was the nicest compliment. But then the other one this was a huge, mothers and daughters. And
oh yeah,
we don't exchange compliments all that often. But many years ago, I was late at night too. I was at a fancy Italian restaurant with my mom and my aunt, and we had like gone for fitting for dresses for my brother's wedding or something, and stopped at this nice restaurant afterwards. I had gone to work and I wore this cute little dress and like tights and like chunky heels, and I sit down with my aunt and my mom at a like round booth, and then next to us was this really long table. It was like 8 guys, and I sat down, and the waitress comes over and says, "This is compliments of that table, of these 8 guys." And I'm, thank you. And it was Prosecco.
Nice.
So like I held it up and I said thank you, and then like I guess they ordered another bottle, and with every bottle they ordered, they sent me over. I don't know these guys. I'd never seen them before in my life. And I'm like, before we go, I got to go over there. Like, this was really nice. I have to go over there. They were, oh God, it was so sweet. They were like gay men couples. They were from out of the country. I don't know where. But they just liked, I guess, my energy and how I dressed or whatever, because I mean, I'm a face.
Right.
Yeah. And anyway, went over, each one of them stood up, gave me a hug, kissed me on each cheek, and said, it's so nice to meet you, and we just, we like how you presented yourself, and you just felt friendly. And I'm like, okay, thank you. So compliment in itself. But then when we're leaving the restaurant, my mom said, I was so impressed with you tonight, the way you carried yourself, the way you were, animated talking to these guys and everything. I was just really, really impressed. I've never seen that side of you.
Oh,
safe space.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, I told both of those stories last night, and I totally have forgotten that I asked you.
I love that.
Yeah.
I've never heard that story. I like that.
It was, I love it. That story is just everything about it. That was just the sweetest thing. But also our listeners, like,
yeah,
we got a compliment. I can't even tell you how happy that makes us. And, the people who spotted us at Sphere and, outings and stuff, it's just the biggest compliment. You have no idea. Like, you really have no idea. I love it on one hand, but it's also a little embarrassing. Like, people listen, I thought it was just us.
Not anymore. It's been a few years since it's been just us.
Yeah, I know it has been, but
right.
My head. I'm gonna talk to.
I know, right? Like, it's still a huge surprise every time. Okay, 3 more. What are you most proud of
right now? This podcast.
Okay.
Is that what your answer was?
I don't think you asked me this one.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
I remember.
Right now, it's this podcast. I just feel like it's helped me. I've had, a few really bad years, and this is what's gotten me through it. Jenny and all of you listening, and I'm proud. I'm proud of it all, actually. Just all of it.
It's been amazing. Okay, 2 more. What is one? You did ask me this one. What is one of your favorite qualities in other people?
I absolutely have to take your answer on this too. It's listening. And I mean that so hard, because I just hang out with a lot of different people, and I feel like half the time I'm not being heard, or someone's waiting, not listening to me and thinking about what they're going to say next. And
What most people do, I think.
I'll do that. I'm not saying I don't do that. I am guilty of that, but that is just a quality that I like in people, who just listen. But I have to steal that from you because that was the best answer.
Oh, don't, I'm just stealing it from the universe myself, because it's when someone's really listening to you, you notice it.
Yeah.
You're like, that conversation was different.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, but if I want advice, I generally say, what should I do? And sometimes, most of the time, I just want people, if I'm in a situation, I just want people to listen. I don't want to hear what I did wrong. I don't want to hear what I should have done differently, what I should do.
Right.
Well, I don't think I hope I don't answer that, answer people like, this is what you should do. I think I just listen. And I think I do that. But I don't know. You would know better than me.
I've never felt like you've ever answered me incorrectly. So I would think that would stand out if it pissed me off.
Thank you.
No. Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Do you believe in love? Just kidding. That's not actually the question, but I was writing it. The question is, do you believe it? It says, do you believe in love? Astrology.
Oh,
because I like the astrology one, but I believe in it just happened.
I believe in love.
So both. Do you believe in love and do you believe in astrology?
I don't know about astrology. I just don't even know. I know a few people that have similar traits that I have that are also under the same sign, but I think it might just be who, friends or otherwise, who you're attracted to, not necessarily, the sign. Like, I don't think my sign makes me who I am. But that said, listed under, I'm a Scorpio, so we're like not supposed to be friends with each other. We're sneaky, and I think I get that, but I don't think I believe in astrology. No. Now, love.
I don't know enough to go either way.
No, I don't either. Now, I was in a store with a former friend of mine one time who has my sign, and I was with my brother, and this friend that I was with, he picked up a book and started reading, things about Scorpios. And apparently Scorpios are the most murdered, not murderers.
Could you drive people crazy?
Of all signs.
No.
So my friend was reading this, and I'm like, hey, that's my sign. And he's like, that's my sign. And my brother's like, yeah, that makes sense. So I don't know. Love, I believe in love. I mean, I believe in love. I don't, at this point in my life, I don't know what I believe in terms of like soulmate, like romantic love. I mean, I've had it, it's there, but like, I, at this point, don't necessarily feel like Bono. Like, he writes about this all the time. I mean, he's clearly he's love and has romantic love,
but has a lot of questions about it.
He does have a lot of questions, and I feel like I'm kind of, in that mode. I mean, I'd like to have a partner to go to parties and stuff with me, but I don't know that I want to be with someone 24/7 right now.
Well, I'm with someone 24/7 and he doesn't want to go to parties with me.
Yeah.
So, I think, if I may add my opinion, that the assumption that a soulmate is someone that you would be a partner with is overrated
Yeah.
and the wrong definition of soulmate.
Yeah. I mean, I know so many people that are with their, who they think is their soulmate, and they hate each other. So,
I mean, you don't have to marry your soulmate. Like, well, yeah, and some people like we are like they'll be in a relationship and be like, oh, we're soulmates, but we are not meant to be together.
Yeah.
I don't know. As I get older, I mean, and especially as women, I assume you agree that I'm pretty sure our soulmate is another woman.
I do agree with that.
Like the person that you connect with and could live in harmony with forever.
Yeah. Oh, I get that. Yeah. I
just think we should just live on a commune together.
I mean, I love love, and I love men, and I have the hardest time wrestling with that because, you know, I mean, white men are the enemy.
Say like straight women, like why are we only attracted to our predator?
Exactly. I wrestle with that too, and I know, some of the most kind, honest, loving men that are not that, or do not fit in that mold.
Absolutely.
But it's these days it's hard to wrestle with that because they're very outnumbered.
Yeah.
But this is not a hate men podcast. We love men.
Oh, yeah. I mean, unless they're assholes. And like, I'm sure you can agree, like men also suffer under the patriarchy. Like that's the problem. Patriarchy is not gender specific. We all suffer under it. Unless you're a rich white straight man, then you don't get to suffer. You get to prosper.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't hate men.
No.
We just wish that a lot of them would shut up for a little
bit. We hate specific men. Type. And a lot. We hate them a lot.
I was at I'm going to tell you this, and then I know you want to go watch the Oscars. I was at a, like this event this morning called Change Makers. They have it every 2 weeks, and it's about women making change in the world. And one of the women this morning said that her father, one of her father's quotes was, what was it? God, I'm ruined. I can't think of it. But it was something like, hate's not worth it. There's no one who has enough power over me to make me hate them, or something like that. Like, it's not worth your energy.
Right.
And she was like, that might not be so true now. But
right.
But it's a good thought.
I think that one of my this is way more than you asked, but one of my hang-ups, I think, is that I think in certain circumstances I kind of take a lot of power. Like I'm in certain circumstances I will take as much power as I can get away with.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah.
That is not that's a hard thing to wrestle with, because in terms of anybody, but in a romantic relationship, like, I don't want to walk all over anyone, but I also don't want them to be mean. And I feel like there's very, very, very fine line there.
Yeah.
So I think I've gotten over that a lot more, and I'm able to look past, my previous qualifications, which were Peter Pan or a guy in a band.
Both of which are unattainable.
They don't exist, and they do exist, but you don't want them.
They will break your heart. Yeah.
Why? Why? That's
because you like the bad guy. Yeah. You like the bad boy.
That. So I've kind of gotten that more out of my list of qualifications.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your answers with us this evening.
Thank you for asking me really provocative questions.
You're very welcome.
Am I known? I'm known now.
You are now known.
Oh, thank you.
Is that what you're supposed to say? You are now known.
Yes. We are both known.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that.
I wonder if we didn't ask anything that listeners would ask.
Yeah, listeners, do you have any? We can do this again. We can keep coming up with 20 questions like every week.
Easy. Yeah.
They're really easy up. So if you have any thoughts or questions about us, we'll probably answer all of them.
Yeah. I mean, it would be pretty unique for us not.
Yeah.
Some things might be off limits. But I can't imagine our listeners being rude.
No. And we're pretty on. I mean, we can be crude, but we're not generally.
Yeah, so we get to make the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally like that. We're, what's our word?
Irreverent.
Irreverent, but we're not crude.
Okay. Well, you go watch the Oscars.
I will. Tune in next week for God knows what.
The next episode of The Fall of Democracy. Is that what you were saying before?
Yeah, I think that's what I've been saying every week. Next week on The Fall of
Democracy.
Right.
That would be funny if we did that next week on The Garden Tarts and we just made some shit up.
No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
A la Arrested Development.
Yeah.
That one that I didn't throw into the mix is
Arrested
Development, which I have watched. I didn't watch the Netflix ones, but the original ones, the first 3 seasons or whatever, I've watched 100 times.
I did watch the Netflix ones. I don't remember them. Because that's how my brain works.
Yeah. Well, I remember Severance, so
I got it. I gotta watch it.
Yeah. You guys, if you're not watching Paradise, oh my Lord.
When does it come out? Tuesdays?
It does come out Tuesday.
This is the last one, right?
The last of the season. So if you've been waiting, like I know a lot of people that don't start to watch until the season's finished.
Yes, they can binge it.
Their weekly wait torture, which none of us do, but I feel like I appreciate it more if I have to wait a week.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you're missing, y'all.
Yeah. Paradise it up. Okay, y'all. Next week on The Garden Tarts,
Buster goes on a bike ride.
Yes, Buster goes on a
bike. Anything else?
Maybe it should always be something about Buster.
Yeah. Buster. Okay. Lunch. Okay.
We'll see y'all next week, y'all.
Bye. We'll be back next week with more U2ish content.
In the meantime, keep chatting with us on social media at _Garden Tarts.
Sign up for our newsletter at thegardentarts.com and share with your YouTube friends.
You can support us on Patreon, buy me a coffee, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Kissing Lips and Breaking Hearts, a U2ish podcast with The Garden Tarts, is created, produced, and edited by us, The Garden Tarts.
Intro and outro music by December.
See you next week.